vintage haul video from the flea market. I spent, I don't know how much money, a couple of $100 I think. And I got a whole bunch of jewelry this time, yay. So happy about that. And I'll just get started with the jewelry and then show you the other stuff, which some kind of interesting stuff this time. So I start with this ring. This is a gold-plated 14 karat HGE. And I believe those are real amethysts. A little ring, probably 1970s, I'd say. And I think I only paid $2 for that. And then a couple of other $2, no clawing, $2 pins. This one I really like. This one is from Austria. It's probably maybe 1930s. It's really pretty. And then this is a real Damascene pin. Those were $2 each. I got some lovely, I think these are agate earrings in sterling silver. They're very heavy, very nice. I don't know if they're Mexico or not. They just say sterling. Yeah, they just say sterling on them. But pierced earrings. I paid $10 for those. That's a lot, but they're pretty nice. They're big. Got this little enamel pin. These are, it's an Art Deco style. Probably not that old though. In fact, I'm sure it's not that old, but I just really like these kind of pins. And I paid, I want to say $2 for that. Got these sterling silver and marcasite clip-on earrings. I think that these are pretty old because they've got these weird kind of clips on them. And well, they say 835, which is highly suggestive that these were European made and genuinely old. So $10 for those. These are not, well, I guess this is jewelry. This is a pendant. This is a Victorian sterling silver pillbox that's also a pendant. Isn't that cute? And it's got the nice bright cut engraving. And it says 925 RM, which I know I've seen before. I forget what it is. I paid $20 for that. And I think I'll do okay on that. And then from the same dealer, I got this adorable little sterling silver snuff bottle. I think this is probably Asian. It's not marked anywhere, but it looks like sterling silver. Anyway, a lady who sold it to me told me it was sterling silver, and I believed her. And I paid $20 for that. That's probably pretty old and just really neat. I love the green glass. Or maybe it's some kind of stone, I don't know. I think it's probably glass though. Anyway, nice little snuff bottle. Or you could use it for a perfume bottle. And it came in this original little box. Pretty sure this is Asian because this kind of box is just typical. I got this brooch. This is, I guess it goes this way, sorry. This is a H. Pomerantz, New York, which is a good costume jewelry maker. It's brass. I would say probably 1930s. And I paid, I think, $5 for that. And then I got this necklace, which is just awesome. There's just so much going on with this necklace. It's got, that's a nice little hunk of jade right there. There's two scarabs that might be, I don't know. They look kind of like turquoise, but I don't think they are. I ought to look at them a little closer. But there's all kinds of some painted ceramic beads. There's rose quartz. There's a couple of different kinds of really pretty agate. I don't know, onyx maybe. There's some lapis lazuli. I just thought it was really pretty. I paid $18 for that. And then I found the silver guy again that has this giant bin of sterling silver jewelry, and he sells it by the gram. And he sells it for 80 cents a gram, which is, it's not super cheap, but it's cheaper than a lot of things I buy. So, and you have to buy basically 100 grams. So you got about $80 worth to get that price. So I did, because I think I did real well on the stuff that I bought from him last time. So I'll show you what I got. I got this necklace was like $15, but it's really nice. It's Mexican, it's old, abalone, really well made, and it does have the maker's mark on it, which it's JMA, which I think I know what that is. I want to say Homez. If it is, it's really good. I'll check and write it below once I figure it out, but it's just a very nice panel bracelet. So that cost about $15. And then I got this. This is probably a mid-century modernist industrial look, sort of. And this is sterling silver. It's quite heavy. It says sterling on it, and that would have been about $10. And I got another one of these Canateel butterflies. Just love these. This is a pretty old one. It says Silver Mexico. So that's probably, in fact, almost certainly pre-eagle mark. So it's going to be 40s, 30s, maybe earlier. Very detailed, nicely done. And that's, I don't know, we'll say that's $10. And then we're just going to say everything else was about $5 a piece. Oh, and I got this dime. It's a mercury dime. It's a 1939. I looked it up. It's worth like $3, and basically I got this for free, I guess. But I think I'm going to use that for doing photographs. When you put a coin to show size, it'd be nice to have this nice little dime. Okay, so we have a hat brooch, and this is signed, but I can't read it. It's really, really tiny. Something that begins with a P. But that should be interesting to research. But it's a very nicely detailed little hat brooch. It's either Mexican or Central or South American. Might be Peruvian. Let's see, then I got a Beaux Arts little golf bag pin. I just love the detail. I love Beaux Arts. They just do, and the company is not called Beaux Arts, it's something else, but they're always signed Beaux Arts. I got this kind of interesting turquoise ring, band. I got this cute turtle ring. It's with chip turquoise. And then this is just a mother of pearl. Is it Mexico or that's Native American? Yeah. Great, that's a tiny one, a little pinky ring. And this appears to be a coral little heart. And I believe this is amber. I haven't checked it out with the UV light, but I'm pretty sure it is. And then a little turquoise pendant. A little Navajo, I'm sure. Let's see, what does it say on it? It doesn't have any marks on it. Oh, that's a nice little one, though. And then this pendant, which is two-sided, and this is probably Zuni, and it's turquoise on one side and black onyx on the other. Very nice inlay work, and it is not marked anywhere. And then the last thing I got was these rings. I had one of these before. It is reverse carved rock crystal, and sterling silver, and it's got a pagoda, so it's Asian made. I think I had one of these before and it sold right away, and I think I sold it for $28, I'm going to say. So I was wishing I had more of them. Well, I found 7 of them, and I bought all 7 of them. They're pretty much identical. They might be different sizes, but anyway, for $5 a piece, if they all sell for 28, that would be really nice. But I just thought that was so pretty. Maybe I should keep one. Anyway, so that is that for the big lot of silver jewelry, and I think that is all my jewelry. Yes. Okay, and then I want to show you probably the best purchase, maybe, was this basket. It's got leather. It's a coil basket with leather trim, and I did some research and I found there's really only one type of basket this could be, and that is African from the Nupe, or Nupe, N-U-P-E, tribe of Nigeria. And it looks pretty old, and it's in really good condition, and I paid $20 for it. And I saw these, not very many are on the market, but the ones I saw were anywhere from $100 to $400, and I think I only saw one that still had a lid. So maybe I'm going to do a little more research on it, but it'd be nice if I could get $400 for it. Okay, let's see. I got this pottery flower frog in the shape of a log. I did not see any marks on this. It looks like California pottery of some type, but I don't know. But it's probably mid-century. Anyway, I paid $5 for that. Just thought it was really cute. This is kind of funny. You gonna come here, Muffin? No? Okay. I bought this actually about 3 months ago at the flea market, and I bought a whole bunch of stuff from this guy. And I remember we were both, packing things up, and he was really busy, and I didn't want to keep monopolizing his time, and so we both got a little rushed, and this got left out of the bag. I got home and I was like, oh, I didn't get that little medicine bottle. So I saw him again, and I asked him, and he's like, well, I don't know, you can look around and see if it's here. So I did, and I found it, and he said, just take it. So it's just a cute little medicine bottle. It's a Castoria. It's not, I'm sure it's not worth anything. It's Dr. S. Pitcher's Castoria. And it's got a little cork on it, and it's got a number or something on the bottom. But anyway, it was originally, I'm not exactly sure what I paid for it. It says $6, but I think I paid $4 or $5 maybe. And this is a Girl Scout knife. I always buy the Scout knives when I see them if they're in good condition and reasonably priced. And this one was $5, and it's got four blades, like a can opener and some other stuff. But I found out that this green striped celluloid knife is a pretty rare one. It was only produced for 2 years, from 1941 to 1942, and I saw the cheapest one selling for $50 and some selling up like over $100. And this one's in pretty good condition. The celluloid's not cracked or anything. Yeah, so I'm thinking I can get at least $50 for that. And I bought a little. This is what do you call it? Royal Delft. Well, anyway, Delft, the official Delft from Holland. Hand painted, really nice. I paid $2 for that. I think I can get about 19 or 20 for it. And I got this little box that's a Bohemian porcelain. It is a transfer printed, but it has hand painted embellishment. And it got a little rose on the inside. The brass trim is all gross. I need to really work on that, but it's otherwise in very nice shape. And I'm sitting here trying to think what I paid for this. I may have paid $5 for it. It wasn't any more than that. It may have been only $2. I can't remember. And I got this frame. It's a nice older silver, no, gold. I don't know what it is. Is it silver or gold? I guess it's gold. Anyway, just a nice little decorative frame. And I paid $3 for that. I got this little trinket box. This thing is completely filthy. It's got tape all over it. It's just a mess. But I think underneath it all, it'll be in good condition. And I don't think it's anything too special. But it was only $1. And it says Lopez Regalos Viamonte. Anyway, Buenos Aires. So, anyway, we'll clean that up and see what it looks like. And I also got these more botanical prints. These are filthy, but as you can see from the back, they are older. They're probably 1950s. That's when all this pink stuff was popular. Styled by Hugo W. Schmidt Company. Anyway, there's a pair of these. Very cute. And they're really, really filthy. I mean, they're just like completely covered in dirt. It's disgusting. But they'll clean up, I imagine. And those were $1 a piece. Ugh, it smell mildew. Ugh. And then finally, the last thing I want to show you is I bought this lot of photographs. And I started looking through them, and I saw there were some pretty interesting ones, and I said, how much are these photos? And the guy said $5 a piece. And I found it seemed like there were some pretty good ones, and I said, well, how much for the whole lot? And he said $60. So I went ahead and bought them for $60. And I don't know that I'll make any huge profits, but I should do okay. There's a couple of really interesting ones. This is an African American World War I soldier. I think this was probably shot in, maybe not. A lot of these were done in France. There's some writing on this, but I can't really read it. It says, my something must not something of his books. Yeah, of his books. I don't know. Anyway, it's a cool photo. And it's one of those real photo postcards. Kind of dirty. And then another one that's interesting is this. A little hard to see, but this is a tin type. Oh, I just had a ka-ching. Yay. It's a tin type, probably Civil War era, of an African American woman who's very well dressed. She has beautiful clothing and jewelry and a lovely hat and a full skirt, which probably means Civil War. Oh, I just heard a wreck outside. Oh, I hate that. I live very close to a corner where there's like an accident a day. It's just a very bad intersection. Anyway, that I'm sure will sell for something. $25 to $30 maybe. Then I have, this is another African American soldier. This is World War II this time. Handsome, dashing young man. And then the bulk of the pictures in here are snapshots taken of occupied Japan just post World War II, and a lot of pictures of soldiers and this is, I believe it's the African American soldier hanging out. There's a few things that are kind of interesting. This, unfortunately, this is in terrible condition, but it's so cute. It's like the goat in the foreground and Mount Fuji in the background. Anyway, that's, I'm sure, not No valuable. There's this negative that I'm going to have to figure out what it is. But there's some photos of damage. I don't know if that's damage from the nuclear bombs or just bombing in general, but it's pretty sad. Pretty sad to look at. I think those poor people. There's our African American soldier again, looking very happy. And I'm not going to show you all these, but there are some Japanese sex workers. And there's one in particular of our African American soldier sitting with his arm around one of the sex workers. And and here's an Irish lottery ticket. I don't know what that's doing in there. Let's see. Oh, I don't know where. Some of these I can't show you because they're really naughty. There's a set of postcards that are like just post World War II. Here's one of a Japanese bath. I think there's 5 or 6 of those in there that I can lump together. Okay, here's the one. Okay, I have to put my hand over the naughty bits. But to me, he's looking a bit sheepish. And I'm thinking, you know, there was a whole series of these pictures of these sex workers, and I'm thinking, you know, they're like, hey, go on in there, sit, have your picture taken with her. And he's like, oh, I hope my mother doesn't ever see this. That's what I'm thinking he looks like, but I could be wrong. But here's this another picture of the prostitute, sex worker. She's, I feel so sorry for her. She's just got terrible teeth. Okay, but so here's, let's see, put my finger over the naughty bits. But here, this one I think is particularly interesting. Here she is. She's lifting her kimono to show her naked private parts. And she's got that cigarette in her mouth. And this other woman lurking in the background is, you know, I don't know if it's her mother or her madam or what it is. But I thought that was an interesting one. You know, lots of things like this that show the soldiers, different places. And unfortunately, none of them have identification on them except for some of the postcards, so I don't know where they were taken. So that's our sex worker. You can see maybe her poor teeth. But anyway, that's kind of it. This is neither here nor there, but it's this is a Los Angeles picture of the Texas Club. And there's a linen postcard of a Veterans Administration Hospital in Van Nuys, California. Well, that's kind of interesting. Okay, so that's about it for the photos. But anyway, I'm thinking I can get my money back and maybe a little more out of that, but it was awfully interesting looking through them. And I do believe that's all. So thanks for sticking with me. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and comment if you like. I do try to answer or at least acknowledge all comments. I do read them all, I promise. Sometimes it takes me a few days to get to them all, but anyway, thanks, and I will see you again soon. Wait, I gotta get Muffin. Yeah. She was sleeping on the arm of a chair. Oh, she's so mad. She didn't want to be disturbed. Muffin, you haven't been on a video in a long time. People want to see you. People want to see you. All right. Sorry. Okay, thanks. See you later. Bye.